Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm back again with part 8 of my sister, the lady talking about how her sister is dating her abuser and why she went no contact with her friends and family. So this is the part 8. Let's continue.
My sister's dating my abuser, which made me go no contact with all my friends and family, part 8. So as y'all know, these legal issues are presiding. I basically have to go to PFA court, which is a protection from abuse order. It's kind of like a restraining order, but there's certain qualifications. You have to have a certain type of relationship in order to get it. It has to be like a domestic partner, a parent, etc. And there also has to be abuse that was experienced. So you might be wondering, what exactly did this person accuse me of? They accused me of harassing them on social media and making up lies about them, specifically calling them a rapist. Now, I think the reason they did this is because they confused what I posted on my close friends to be in reference to them when it wasn't. And for those that don't know, I'll add the screenshot. So this is what I posted on my close friends story: POV your sisters with your abuser and defend your rapist and called you immoral and verbally abusive for calling her out. And I think they assumed that the rapist I was talking about was them, but that wasn't the case. I have never posted publicly.
Hold up. If you've been following this story, you and I know she was referring to Sam, unless there's somebody else she has not mentioned. Because Sam is dating the sister. She's been asking the sister not to date Sam. Unless if there's somebody else that she has added to the equation we are not aware of. Why is she what's this silly? Why is she changing her story? Me, I know you were, from the story you've said so far. I saw that post, my head went to Sam, because it's Sam you've been talking all about, that Sam was the one abusing you. Oh, is the sister to timing and she doesn't want to say it.
On any social media platform that they are a rapist, ever. But they had alleged that I did, which they included. They also accused me of being against them and my sister's relationship because it was a same-sex relationship, along with other like defaming things. Anyways, the limitations to it were that I couldn't go near them, I couldn't go near their house, I couldn't go places that they were going to be, couldn't own a gun, and I couldn't post about them on social media. That was the extent of the order, the PFA. I won't get into the specifics of how court ended up, but basically the conclusion was it ended up being temporary, which expired in July, which is why I'm legally allowed to talk about all of this now. I have been very careful with everything that I've been saying to make sure legal ramifications can't happen, because defamation, there's 2 requirements. 1, you have to prove malice. 2, you have to prove that someone willingly lied to harm someone. That's why I've been using the code name Sam, and that is why I am very specific on everything I mention. I am not sharing anything else that was done to anyone else. I'm not alleging anything. I'm only speaking on what factually happened to me and things that I have proof of, either in text or video, photo, evidence that I gathered all together from the legal stuff that happened. Now, as the legal stuff was happening, things were heightened in my house. Naturally, like my sister, I kind of felt betrayed by her. Not only had she continuously dated this person as they were abusing me, but she also was telling this person personal details, such as the fact that I was roofied, showing them my private Instagrams, like that close friend story, and just confiding in them about stuff that didn't need to be confided in. And from all this, I felt like it was all happening to me and not really to the severity of everyone else. I had a lot that happened in the last year of my life. As you guys know, I was roofied in November, but I also lost a lot of close friends and family. So I was grieving a lot. I was having complications with schools. I was having health issues, and there was just a lot going on. And honestly, this legal situation was like the last thing I needed. I felt silenced. I felt alone. I lost my sister, who I previously considered super close, super moral, someone I can confide in, someone I could trust in. And honestly, all my friends and family were still talking to my sister and hanging out with her as if nothing had happened. And so one day, and from all the stuff I was going through, I was in mental turmoil. I wasn't eating, I wasn't sleeping, I was giving into substances a lot. And so I decided one morning, after not sleeping for like 3 days, to take my life. I woke up in the ICU periodically. I was heavily sedated and I was on a ventilator. The first time I woke up, I have this vague memory, but it doesn't actually make sense. A lot of my time in the hospital doesn't really make sense. I wasn't fully physically or mentally there. But then when I finally woke up, the first thing I had said to my partner, my friend, and my family was to get my sister, who's dating the abuser, out of the room. Like, I don't want her to visit me in the hospital. Even if I'm on my deathbed, I don't want her to visit me, because even in the state of like permanency, possibly like fighting for my life, I knew that she would use these secrets against me and feed them to her girlfriend. That is where we were at. And so I went to the mental hospital. I got out, started group therapy, and the legal issues were handled. And I've had some time to work through a lot of this with lawyers and with therapists. I thought coming forward and sharing this was the best way for me to reclaim my power. For the longest time, I was silenced, specifically in the legal system, and I just felt like I didn't have a lot of people to turn to. My partner stood beside me wholeheartedly. My parents stood beside me to the best they could to an extent, but it's very tricky to operate when one daughter is in an abusive relationship and the other daughter is like a victim of abuse by extension of that relationship, you know? My end goal was never to isolate my sister. All I wanted was for people to set boundaries to validate the trauma that I had experienced, whether that be having conversations, setting boundaries, or just feeling like my privacy was respected. But because that didn't happen, I decided that I couldn't talk to my other younger sister. I stopped talking to our mutual friends who still hung out with my sister because honestly, just due to it, I don't think it's malicious, but people naturally would accidentally give away private information about my life, you know? Like what physically is going on with me, mentally going on with me, where I'm physically going to be located. They would accidentally slip up and tell my sister who's dating my abuser that information. And I have to protect myself and keep myself safe. And thus I had to go no contact with a lot of people. That is the end of the story. For anyone who has questions, feel free to let me know. The newest addition is that my abuser, either them or someone they know, has made a secret account to spam, comment, and harass me. No shocker them, no shocker there. They're just spamming my comments, basically saying I'm a liar, blase, blase. They're going to take me to court. They're going to sue me. But honestly, I'm not afraid anymore because the worst has already happened. And I was telling my partner, my perfect scenario is that I do go to court where I'm allowed to tell all the crimes that happened against me, all the harm that's been done to me, because I honestly don't think I will have any full peace until my sister's girlfriend is locked behind bars. I don't want any harm to come to her. I'm not saying I want anyone to physically harm her or unalive her, because the comments were accusing me of that. And I was like, I've never said that. But I do think she belongs in prison. And yes, I'm an abolitionist. Yes, I believe in prison and reform. But in the current system we have today, that's not functional. And I'm living in constant fear because this person has violated me by stealing from me, has violated me by touching me, has violated me by coming to my house after being told not to. And so, yeah. Thank you to everyone who's listened to my story wholeheartedly. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. I'm fine answering questions.
Guys, so this is where I need the Americans to come in. You guys will be the best people to help us explain this very well, because it's beginning to look like in America one can't even protect themselves, or even your parents cannot do anything without the other party going to call the police on you. In my country, you bring yourself to my house to come and assault my daughter. Hey, even the people tell you whatever you see there, you will take it. It's in their right to do whatever they can to you, because you brought yourself to their house, you bagged it into their house. Yeah, and somebody still have the right to go and call police. Even police will ask you, what are you going to do in their house? What took you to their house? That's the question they will ask you. What took you to their house? What are you going to do in their house? It's their house, so they can do whatever they want to you, and they'll be in the right. So somebody will come into my house and say, "Oh no, hold on, call the police, call the call which police? Where? From where to where?" I'm just imagining the predicament the parents are in right now, because the two daughters are at each other's head. That's the way it feels, because the other one feels that she's doing the right thing. She doesn't have any reason to leave her girlfriend. For me, that's where the problem is. Girlfriend, girl dating girl. That's even the number one problem in an African household. It cannot even happen. Even though people are doing, but you not be doing it in your father's house. It's just as simple as that. Obviously, my country people have started copying Americans thanks to social media. But the thing is that you will not do it in your parents' house. Your father will tell you, that means you have money to go and rent your own house. Go in your and stay in your own house. So even without being told, you know you cannot even do it in your house, in your parents' house. You don't even need anybody to tell you. There are some things that you know that you cannot do in your parents' house. It's just something that everybody have come to accept. There are some things you cannot do in your parents' house. And the beauty of it is that you can stay in your parents' house as long as you want. Nobody's chasing you out. But there are some things you will not do. You cannot do. Even on your own, you will give yourself sense. I don't know if you guys are getting my point. Do you get? You are dating somebody that came to harass your sister in your house. You are dating the person. That's the number two offense in an African household. Hmm. There's so much I want to say, but it's only my African people that understand if I say it. But you guys, my target audience will not understand it, so there's no need. Glory be to God. That's all I can say. But I'll still say this. As a parent or as an adult, you want to be a parent, but you don't have that willpower to steer your children in the right direction. Don't be a parent. This day and time that we are in, it's getting tougher, and we have to just be honest with ourselves. Everybody cannot be a parent. If you don't have what it takes, please don't be one. Because you see this situation, that's why you be finding yourself worse than that, even. Because you cannot even control your household. Everybody's behaving as how they wish. Hmm. I just pray she gets better. I think there's part 9 of this. I don't know because she said this is the last of it. But I want to check something, guys. I want to see if there's another part. I don't know what she's going to say in that part. Or it's just a video of her doing disclaimer, sharing some disclaimer. But you guys, I really want to hear what your thoughts are after listening to this. Have you witnessed something like this? Do you know something like this has happened to someone that wanted to take their life because of that experience? I've never seen, like, in my own life, since I've been existing in my 30 years plus, I've never seen somebody that wanted to take their life, somebody that attempted. I've never experienced that. So that's what I'm asking, like, what is the experience like? Do you know somebody? Were they able to overcome it? How did they, start living their life? Was there anything done to make sure that there's no repeats? And you, the people around you, how was the experience for you? Like, was it traumatizing to know that this person wanted to take their life or attempted to take their life? I really want to hear from you guys. See, let me tell you about my Afro inspired peers, Afrocentric peers. So yeah, it's a new business of mine because when I wear design clothes and wear, people always ask me, "Oh, where did you buy it from?" So why don't I start selling it? It's always been a long dream of mine. So this patch on this patch you're seeing here, we call it adire in my country, Nigeria. So everything from my shop will be shipped from Nigeria, done, handmade. Everything is handmade. Even this earring is handmade. This patches, you can see it's different adire patches. They're all different adire patches on the outfit. So when you go on my website, you see different colors. But for now, I have the two pictures you see on my website. Just this and the white and blue stripe. But we also have it in red stripe. We have it in black and white stripe. We also have it, just go on the side, but on the website. But the pictures are not on the website. All those other ones I've mentioned, but just know they're available in case if you want it in blue, you want it in black, you want it in red. We got you. It's on the website. Kindly support this growing business of mine. These are handmade. For production takes 14 days. After 14 days, it will be shipped. If you're in US, UK, Canada, other African countries, it will be shipped to you after 14 days of production. And within 14 days again, you should be expecting yours. Those in my country, Nigeria, 2 to 5 days you get yours. Other country, you know, within 14 days you get yours. And it depends on the courier. You guys know that one is not in my hands. But yeah, thank you for those of you that will be supporting my business. Looking forward to doing business with you. And for those that want to order in bulk, you want to sell wherever you are, take the email in the description and send your order in that email via the email so that it will be attended to you. I will also leave my number strictly for those that want to make bulk purchase. Use the number in the description so that you chat me direct on WhatsApp. We'll do business with you. No matter the number you want, we'll have it done for you. If you want in a Akara design, Adire, just two-piece Adire, Bubu Adire, trouser pants Adire, anyone you want. If you want it in bulk, we'll have you. We can even customize for you. Yes, if you have your design, you want us to customize in a direct design for you, we'll do that also. Because African designs need to be seen worldwide. Hence why I'm doing what I'm doing. Looking forward to doing business with you guys. Bye.